Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Kitty. Okay, we're back with the Davidson demos, and I'm finishing it out, at least with the Castle CD. So we're doing the games that were meant for the 10 and up category, for me, because I am 10 and up. But it's been a while since I've, looked at these demos. Like, I think it's been about a month or so. So, I actually totally forgot which ones we've looked at. So on my other computer here, I actually had to make a list of the games that I hadn't looked at yet. And, not gonna lie, the 10 and up category, we kind of got gypped, I think. Yeah, the 2 to 5 and the 6 to 9, they got the fun games. Like, you don't really even know you're learning, you're just having fun. 10 and up, they just pretty much ruin it for you. They let you know in the title that you're learning, and you're like, oh, that's not so fun. Great. But regardless, they may... I can't judge a book by its cover. I mean, I've looked at many of these games and thought to myself, like, this isn't going to be fun, and just, kind of threw it to the side. And then I was like, after looking into it more, I was like, I kind of feel bad that I threw that off to the side. That game could have actually been really fun. Yeah. So, here, we don't judge. We don't judge. We give people chances. We give games chances. And then we judge later. Because it's okay to judge once you know. Knowledge is power. Remember that. So, the very first one, Algebra 3. At first I thought this was about algae. Like, that green crap that grows on the top of pools and everything like that when you don't clean it for a few months, weeks, possibly years. Yeah, I thought it was that. But nope. Nope, it's not. It's about algebra. Wee! Not gonna lie though, I actually was very good at algebra. I'm still really good at algebra. And the only reason why is because algebra is a lot of plug and play kind of idea. I actually used to tutor people in algebra. Like, in college and stuff like that. So, algebra was not a problem for me. Calculus, on the other hand. Calculus was my Achilles heel. But so, Algebra 3 covers a full year of algebra. So are you telling me that if I had had this game, I didn't have to take algebra in school, I could have just played this game and I would have been good? Because, I'm not gonna lie, if I could have done that, perfect. The world's best-selling algebra program, I think it's really the only game program that focuses on algebra, at least from 1995, covers 11 different subject areas, including integers, order of operations, monomials, and more. Probably polynomials are in there. Features a video chalkboard that lets you view examples, practice and solve word problems simultaneously. It includes on-screen hints, example problems, and a glossary of algebraic terms. 4 CD rating. Yay. Again, I hate that this doesn't have a preview because I would have actually loved to have seen a preview of this. Is this actually kind of like a tutor in a software kind of idea? It's not like a game, it's like here's your problems, go ahead and solve them kind of thing, and then they show you how to solve each one. Or, judging by the cover art as well as this demonic looking cracked up dude, is it actually a game where they're you have to solve the problems and use it that way. One thing I will say I would have liked to have seen with a math game, to answer the question that every single kid has in math class going forward, and for some reason, teachers don't answer, because even to this day, I'm still looking at my calculus class and asking the exact same question. When am I ever gonna need this? When? Give me a profession on when I'm gonna need this. And I want a range of professions. Don't just tell me rocket scientist, because honestly, too high of standards for me. I ain't aiming for that. I'm looking a little bit lower on that status bar. Rocket scientist, too difficult. What's next? And it's the same thing with algebra. It's like, tell me, when am I going to need algebra? When am I going to need geometry? When am I going to actually need any of these classes? What are the real world examples? Because, Johnny having 12 watermelons is not real life. But it's like, I would actually love to see somebody like make an algebra, or not just algebra, but a math game that actually answers that question of, when are you going to need this in real life? What is the purpose? Because, like, in statistics, I understood the purpose of that. I understood that fully well. Why do you need statistics? Well, the reason for statistics is, one, you add it into your studies that you do if, you're a scientist or a psychologist or something like that. And it helps cement your findings, basically. It helps basically tell the reader, the person that's reading your study, or, people that are peer reviewing your study, the data and, how you got to the answer and stuff like that, and why it's important. I understood statistics very well. It had a real world function to it. It made sense. But so, like, it's stuff like that I'm like, I would like to see math games actually accomplish. Because I think even today, many of the math programs that I see out there that aren't just like helper ones, they're not just like Mathematica and stuff like that. Just gonna let you know right now, Mathematica is like a trigger word for me. Hate that program. That I've like repressed into the deepest recesses of my mind. I'm only bringing it up now so that, I can warn all of you. But like if it's stuff like Mathematica, that's different. I'm talking like an actual game. Something to actually teach you the concept of that, like that area of math. Tell me why it's important. Okay, so after going through that little spiel, we may go into another one with Geometry Blaster. Trademarked. The fun and easy way to learn a full year of geometry. Again, if I had taken this, could I have just skipped geometry in sophomore year, please? Again, I wasn't bad at geometry too. Actually, it wasn't my best course. I did far better than calculus and far better than pre-calculus, but it was not my best one out of all my math classes. But I still did well in it. So join Andy and her sidekick Zoid on an adventure to stop the evil geometrons from transforming their land from 3D to 2D. That doesn't sound so bad. You're basically just turning my life into a cartoon, which I am totally okay with. Learn a full year of geometry, including attributes of triangles, properties of circles, coordinate geometry, how to use a protractor and compass, and much, much more. Oh my god. As long as I don't have to learn about the freaking unit circle again, I'm golden. Golden. Oh, even better, ages 10 to adult. I don't know what is specified necessarily as adult, like what the cutoff range is for adult, but I'm hoping what they mean is ages like 10 to 99 kind of idea, or 10 to 100. But yeah, from the screenshot, it looks kind of good. And I mean, this is kind of another thing that I'm talking about. This isn't necessarily like a real life thing, but I like that this is actually a game. And it's not just a program like, here you go, do the problems. We have a lot of math games in the 10 and up category, I'm realizing. I mean, I'm like looking back on like the other age ranges, and I'm like, there were some math games, like I think there was like Math Blasters Jr. in there. Like, this is another Math Blasters game. This is Math Blasters Mystery, The Great Brain Robbery. Honestly, if there's somebody out there stealing brains, specifically from living people, I would be highly concerned. This would be very up my alley. Like, we gotta solve this problem real quick. Granted, if it involves using calculus, we're screwed. Everyone's brain's getting stolen. Because, yeah, we're not gonna make it out of that one alive. But I'm kind of also upset that, like, none of these math games have previews either, so it's because it would, like, deter us away from wanting to play the game or something like that. Like, what's the reason here, Davidson? Alright, but apparently this game teaches word problems, which I know a lot of people actually have problems with, pre-algebra, and logical thinking skills. Logical thinking skills I don't think is a problem that most people have. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's been quite a few. Granted, I've had quite a few when people then ask me afterwards, what were you thinking? And I'm like, to be honest, I wasn't. Or the infamous, it sounded good in my head. Then I executed it in real life and it sucked. And also this guy on the cover here is giving me really creepy vibes. He looks like a really old, like, worm character. Alright, but build pre-algebra, logical thinking, and word problem skill. That's the exact same thing you just told me right here. You just reordered it all. While searching Dr. Dabbling in Variety. How you doing? Creepy mansion for a stolen brain. Wow. We're just gonna unlock all my fears with this game, aren't we? Well, I mean, minus calculus, but you know. Includes 3 levels of math difficulty and over 150 different word problems covering estimation, proportion, computation, order of operations, and equation completion. I am actually quite interested to know what the highest level of this would be and if I would be able to do it. Because if it's like 10 to adult, I'm like, level 3 must be adult level. Which I'm wondering if that means, like, college level. Which, granted, if it means college level, that is really sad. But honestly, it would also make me kind of happy to know that there was a game out there that was actually catering to adults that struggled with math. Because honestly, I know obviously that's a subject that a lot of people struggle with, because numbers is just not something that we as human beings know intuitively. It is a concept that is very hard to wrap our minds around. And it'd be great to be able to play this game and then tell people and been like, if you struggle with math, no shame whatsoever, recommend this game. Like, that, it would be great to be able to do that. On top of that, I think it'd be just nice for, like, adults to, like, actually have a Math Blasters game that they can play, like, guilt-free. Granted, I feel like most adults are gonna be like me, and they're gonna probably play the game regardless. Oh, of course. The one we get a preview to is the chess one. So this is Maurice Ashley Teaches Chess, a complete teaching tool and full-featured chess program. Apparently, I mean, granted this was for Windows 95, I don't think chess actually came with Windows 95. I don't think it was one of the games that came with the computer. I don't think it was until like maybe like XP or maybe even 7. That we got chess. I could be wrong though. Someone wants to let me know in the comments, when was the first Windows chess game, like, that was free, like, you could like, you downloaded the operating system and it came with it. Fantastic. Master the grandest board game of all with the intuitive coaching of Maurice Ashley, one of the highest ranked international masters. I'm gonna have to take your word for that, Mr. Ashley, because, yeah, even to this day, I don't follow chess that closely. I mean, I know how to play chess. Oddly enough, actually, we learned in 2nd grade, like 1st, 2nd grade, my teacher thought it was absolutely atrocious that people didn't know how to play chess or something like that, and he was like, I'm gonna teach you guys how to play chess. And that was one thing we were allowed to do, like, between, like, assignments and stuff like that, or projects. If we had nothing else to do, or for, like, free time or something like that, or we had to play inside because it was raining, people were like, you guys could play chess? And we'd be like, okay, it's better than nothing. Hi, Olaf. No, we're not getting up on the table. Yeah, sit down. Okay, I'm sorry. Sports Illustrated has called Maurice Ashley the John Madden of chess. And now you'll know why. Bob Rice, Professional Chess Association. I think Olaf just threw open his mouth a little bit. It's okay, buddy. Alright, Mr. Ashley, teach me chess.
Maurice's unique use of sports and other real-life analogies takes learning the game of chess to a lively new level. One-on-one, you will work with Maurice Ashley through the chess basics, giving you everything you will need to begin. The video chalkboard sets the stage for extensive video coaching, interactive drills, and progressively challenging exercises.
The bishop, slicing and dicing, cutting and slashing, changing directions like a snake in water. The sleek bishop is the laser beam of the chessboard.
As you come to understand how each piece works on your chess team, you'll be able to strengthen your game in key areas with the interactive challenges. All of the interactive challenges, Seek and Destroy, Touchdown, Wolf, Escape, and Avoid the Sack, are designed to increase your game visualization skills and bring the game into real-life perspective.
These interactive challenges will help you strengthen your game in key areas. Use them like warm-up exercises for your team, because when you get to the big game, you want to be able to make your moves quickly and instinctively. Try to challenge yourself by moving on to higher levels and faster action.
Then, practice and play with an assortment of deluxe features. Every player will be able to choose from customized chess sets and boards featuring 3D rendered and Staunton standard pieces. Maurice Ashley Teaches Chess, for beginner and intermediate players, is the only multimedia chess program that truly teaches chess. It's like getting 2 programs in one.
Okay. So I'm not gonna lie, the chess game is not that appealing, but I mean, the challenges, I didn't really know about the challenges. Oh my god, okay, Olaf, you need to get down. Sorry. He keeps trying to get up on my desk, which, that's a big no-no. If I'm watching videos or something like that, he can sit up on my desk, like, when I'm there, like, doing nothing, but not right now. Because he wants to get up and be, like, in front of the screen, of course. Right? Yeah, I know you hear me. And then his brother's just lying on the bed, just completely not wanting to be a part of anything. So that was interesting. I mean, it's nice to have a program that actually teaches you chess. And the challenges, for me, were another kind of cool feature. But the thing is, I guess, I don't really understand the challenges. Other than, like, from a puzzle standpoint. Like, oh, here's a puzzle challenge for you to solve. Like the queen puzzle kind of idea, like, or the queen pieces puzzle, where it's like you have like 8 queens, and you know how a queen moves on a chessboard. It can go diagonally, horizontal, and vertically on the board, and you have to put them all on the chessboard without them basically conflicting with each other, like in any direction. So it's like, it kind of reminds me of that, but other than that, it's not that interesting. I'm sorry. Sorry, Maurice. Sorry. But I mean, again, it'll probably still be added to my collection at some point, and when I do, I don't know, it could pleasantly surprise me. Hopefully. So I always love this. And I always think this is so funny. So technically, Davidson says, "The perfect resume." But the actual cover says "The perfect resume." It's technically supposed to be "The perfect resume." And of course there's no preview because it's not gonna... That would really deter us from getting the software. Everything you need to know to get the job you want. Career development expert Tom Jackson presents 3 easy-to-use modules to help you build job-winning resumes. Sorry, not resumes, resumes. There's no, like, little things over the E's. Winning resumes. Write cover letters that get noticed and follow up on leads, letters, and interviews. Includes extensive online video advice covering more than 50 topics, databases of job titles, and personal power words. Wow, that was invigorating. I will say it is really funny. A lot of people have trouble with resumes, like making resumes and making cover letters. And it's even funnier because I actually have a lot of friends and family probably in the past couple of years that have come to me and actually asked me to peer review their resume and their cover letter. And it's always really funny because I always have to like pre-warn them and been like, okay, so it's probably going to sound like I'm being really harsh, but I'm not. When I read through this, I'm not even going to lie, I am going to obliterate everything you've done. I literally nitpick through their whole resume, their whole cover letter. One, because that's how I was taught how to make resumes and cover letters. Like, that's how I was taught that they were going to be viewed by a company, was that they were going to nitpick everything. Like, even, like, the spacing of the sentences and stuff like that, and the words, they were going to nitpick that. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of absurd, but, I mean, it's just funny because the resumes and cover letters are starting to kind of fade out now, just because now that we're kind of getting to the digital age and it's becoming more online and everything, and like, or rather not just the digital age, the cloud era, I think is what it's called, where literally everything's in the cloud. So your application for a company a lot of times is considered your resume or your cover letter. If you make a resume or cover letter, it's kind of just seen as a bonus now. But yeah, like, if you're going for a job or something like that, even if it doesn't recommend it, especially if it's for, like, a career type job. I'm not talking, like, retail or waitressing, something that doesn't really need or require a college degree kind of idea or any sort of experience. Those types of jobs that, like, require experience or require you to have some sort of training or certificate or, you know, college education kind of idea. That kind of stuff, I absolutely recommend people make a resume and cover letter for. Just cause it absolutely makes you more desirable as an employee, because it puts more information out there about you. And for the love of God, if you have a social media account, either disable it, just completely get rid of it, you know, before you go into the job interview, or put it on private. I don't know how many people I see today now that just get fired on the spot, no questions asked kind of idea, or they don't even get a job because of their social media accounts. And yes, if you think I'm lying, yes, employers do actually check those things. When they do the background checks, they literally are typing in your name to Google and they're looking for you. If your social media account is easy enough to be found with a Google search, don't put anything up there that could get you fired. Words of wisdom to live by, okay? Typing Tutor 7. I don't know where the other 6 are. I don't know how far back those go. But apparently they have 7 different typing tutors, which teach you to type better and faster. And of course, there's a preview for this, because why not? A powerful new version of one of the world's best-selling typing programs includes video clips, arcade-style games, and book excerpts that make typing practice fun. Helps improve speed, accuracy, and confidence at the keyboard. Features personalized lessons based on individual strengths and weaknesses. I'm not gonna lie, the typing assistant programs kind of idea like this, like where they teach you how to type on the computer, just like Mathematica is one of my trigger program words kind of idea, Type to Learn is another one, because I remember that, you know, on the school computers, after we got done doing what we needed to on the computers and stuff like that, if we were waiting for like the other kids, my teacher told us like, oh, you can go and play something on the computer or something like that. But every single time I'd get done and I'd ask them, what can I do now? Or something like that, or like if there was anything next, they'd tell me, you can play type to learn. And I'd turn around and like on the next row over, there were kids playing Kid Picks. I'm like, what the frick? Why don't I get to play Kid Picks? I just get stupid type to learn. Needless to say, type to learn did not really help me type better. Not that much. I mean, I kind of learned something from type to learn, but not a lot. And again, I think it was because of the fact that obviously I was being pressured, I was being timed to do the things I need to on the computer. And it was tedious and boring, and yes, so I guess let's look at this preview. Let's see, is it better than type to learn? Probably not.
Unlike other typing programs, Typing Tutor 7 provides users with an intuitive interface for easy navigation anywhere in the program. Start with the basics or customize practice sessions to accommodate your skill level. Challenge your typing speed and key accuracy with different lessons and tests. When time runs out, Typing Tutor 7 will assess your individual results, chart your progress, and advise you on ways to better your skills. For more practice, visit Typing Tutor 7's bookshelf, filled with excerpts from over 100 well-known books. Try pacing yourself with some background music.
How is this relaxing? How does this help you?
If you prefer movies, choose a video clip from the extensive Showtime library and type the narration. When you're done, sit back and enjoy the show.
You said there was narration.
Typing Tutor 7 also includes 3 arcade-style games that make typing practice fun. In Whack-'em, it's you and the keyboard against a crew of taunting character heads. Type quickly to knock them out before they drive you mad.
Ah, ha, ha. Ooh. Ouch.
Save the city from disaster in Letter Invaders. The pressure is on. Type the words and letters accurately before they hit the ground, or the city will be destroyed.
I think Neopets had a game like this. Well, that city's gone.
In word search, time is the enemy. Find all the hidden words before the clock runs out, and you win.
Elderberries.
When it comes to learning to type quickly and accurately, practice is the key. So try Typing Tutor 7, the only typing software that combines video clips, games, and music with personalized typing lessons.
Yeah, not better than type to learn, so honestly just as bad. Honestly with me, and it's just kind of funny because when I type and everything, I'm not gonna lie, my fingers are all over the place. Like, they kind of start in the original position that they're supposed to start in on, like, you know, ASDF and HJKL. I actually had to look at my keyboard to know what they were. And then obviously thumbs on space. And my fingers stay pretty much on either side of the keyboard where they're supposed to. But they just basically fly around. And I am at a point now where, like, I know the keyboard so well that, like, if I'm typing up an email or if I'm typing up, like, even just, like, little stories that I do on my own time, you know, I do actually type without looking down at the keyboard. So it's like, I have fairly good confidence on what I'm typing. And I think for me, where my weaknesses are when it comes to typing, it's actually, like, accuracy and stuff like that. Like, I can type really quickly and stuff like that. My problem is I would constantly either, like, you know, basically fat finger something, and I would, you know, hit 2 keys at once, or, you know, I'd realize, like, oh, shoot, like, I did, like, 3 words in, and I was like, oh, the first letter needs to be a capital or something like that, and I'd back up or something like that. So it's like, I'm really quick, but it's more like a spastic kind of quick. But hey, you know, I get the job done. That's what counts. What? Just did not like me talking about type to learn like that. Oh, well, this is highly disappointing now. It said personal trainer, your personal trainer. It didn't specify anything else, just said your personal trainer. I was hoping it was going to be like Pokemon and it's going to be that personal trainer. Like, it's finally going to become a Pokemon master, but guess not. Guess that's another far-off dream that I'm never going to accomplish. No, instead we have the ACT, GMAT, GRE, and SATs. The world's best-selling test prep software. Yay. I'm actually kind of surprised that this type of test actually is being faded out as well. Because I actually remember junior year of high school, you know, we had a whole week that we prepped. Like, I mean, this was a school-wide thing. We had a whole week that we were prepping for the SATs. And then it was like Thursday and Friday, I think, is when we took them. It was a 2-day thing. Freshmen, sophomores, and seniors got the day off. And us juniors got to come into school 2 days in a row and got to sit down and do stupid SATs. The only good thing about it was that we didn't have to sit there the whole, like, allotted school time. I think we, like, got out at, like, lunchtime or before lunch or something like that. So that was good, but it just sucked because it was, like, the rest of school got to basically just leave. But yeah, we had to go in and take tests. Part of me's happy, actually, those are being faded out. So raise your scores with the most comprehensive and easy-to-use test prep products. These multimedia test prep programs provide personalized training schedules to help maximize scores. On-screen workout sessions contain hundreds of problems so you can practice the strategies you've learned. No. I think a lot of the reason why we're fading this out too is for the fact that it's not as accurate of a test, especially now. And a part of me is like, I agree. It was kind of well known that the problems on the SATs were going to be a lot of things that you didn't know. What they were looking for was how did you problem solve getting to the answer. But a lot of it too was just like multiple choice questions. So it's like there wasn't a lot of opportunity for you to really explain why you got the answer you got, except for obviously like the math sections. But it kind of almost set you up to fail because it was like it knew it knew that you didn't know the answer. You just had to guess, and it was like, that's a stupid test. But the other thing, and I find this actually really funny, this actually happened when I was taking my SATs. I think for me, my graduating class must have been the last ones to learn any form of cursive. Just any form. And I mean like being taught it in school. At least from what I saw. I kid you not. So when you take the SATs, there's an agreement in the front that you have to copy down on the second set of paper that they give you in the booklet. And you actually have to write it in cursive. Now, it had been a few years since I had actually written anything in cursive, but I knew how. I had a basic idea too. I kid you not, this kid, there was this one kid, and I don't blame him at all because it's like, it's not his fault he didn't learn it. The system failed him. But they actually, before, like, when they asked, like, does anybody have any questions? They actually asked, and they're like, what if you don't know cursive? And the teachers literally were just like, just make it look as fancy as possible and connect the letters. And it was like, you've got to be kidding me! You need cursive to do the SATs, and you're making us take a test when you know at least maybe like quarter or half the kids in this room don't even know cursive? Are you kidding me? Our education system here in America really needs to be looked at again and really needs some help. Because, I'm sorry, that's a joke right there. That is a joke. Like, not even just to American kids, that is a joke to every other country. We've got some backwards thinking here in America for some reason. I don't know where it comes from, where it stemmed from, but it came from somewhere. And I want it to go back to from where it came, okay? But yeah, part of me is really happy we don't have a preview of this, because I don't want a preview of this. I really don't. But yeah, now you know what I mean. This is the very last program, and yeah, the 10 and ups got gypped hard. And I went back through the teacher resource information stuff, like where they give you the list. It's not anything new, it's just showing you all of the programs and the games that can be used more in a teaching setting, which is great, but yeah, it doesn't really help us any. Like, there's nothing new on there, it's just the same exact previews and such, so meh. But hey, I mean, now we've gone through this whole demo disc, at least for Castle, completely, and now it just leaves Wild Western Town's demo CD, which actually I think has a whole different preview of games, and we'll go through that one next. But until then, I'm gonna go do other things and do something a little bit more fun than SATs and chess and resumes. And I hope you guys are going to as well, because you deserve it. You really do. Like, truly and honestly, we all deserve better. But yeah. So, hope to see you in the next preview. Bye!